we have some news from Hilton Grand Vacations as it pertains to Embarc Resorts. What does it mean, and will it impact you as an Embarc owner? Well, let's go over it right after this. Hello and welcome to Destination Timeshare. I'm Jeremy. Today we're talking about Embarc Resorts, and they were owned by Diamond Resorts International, who has recently, well, at least for a couple years ago, merged with Hilton Grand Vacations. And they are now making some changes we know and I've covered in some previous videos. I'll put a link up here to one where they mentioned renaming and rebranding those Embarc Resorts to Hilton Grand Vacations. Well, just recently, they sent out an email to owners talking about some additional changes, kind of relating to a realigning or aligning the point values to Hilton Grand Vacations. What might this mean down the road when it comes to maybe a more combined program? Well, we don't know, but we'll touch on that in just a little bit. So what we have here specifically in this email that was sent to owners is, as we notified you on April 13th, Hilton Grand Vacations conducted 2 program changes on April 18, which are necessary to create one consistent, simplified points scale across all club programs and provide the foundation for the launch of HGV Max to Embarc owners. Hey, is that great news? HGV Max for Embarc owners? Well, we'll talk a little bit more after we get through the email here. First, Hilton Grand Vacations adjusted the number of points allocated to an Embarc member's vacation ownership interest and the number of points required to make a reservation by a multiplier of 50. Hence, a member's ability to make reservations using the points within the Embarc Resort collection stays the same. So however many Embarc points you previously had, well, guess what? You now have 50 times more, right? Jackpot. Well, not really, because they increased the points. They increased the number of points it cost to book a resort. So everything essentially stays the same. Maintenance fees not impacted. And if you're paying X number of dollars per point, well, that number is just going to be divided by 50 going forward. You're not going to be paying 50 times the maintenance fee. That would be pretty unrealistic. But here it also goes on to say, for every 1 point a member's or Embarc Passport member's account, the system multiplied it by 50. For example, if an Embarc member was previously allocated 200 points annually, that allotment was increased to 10,000 points annually starting today. That actually came out on the 18th of April. Points allocated to Embarc members with membership in Extraordinary Escapes were also adjusted by the same amount across all member tiers. Likewise, the number of points needed to make a reservation were adjusted by the same amount. Second, effective January 1st, 2024, the use year for every Embarc member account will be adjusted to begin on January 1 and run through December 31 of that same year. If a member has unused 2023 points, they will be able to use them without penalty through December 31, 2024. Additionally, members will continue to have the opportunity to bank points. Looks like they're changing and readjusting that use year, kind of just to align it up to Hilton Grand Vacations Club, Hilton Vacation Club, and essentially Diamond Resorts. And what they're doing here with the points is to kind of bring them in line with the points that they allocate for Hilton Grand Vacations and Hilton Vacation Club. I did do a previous video on that, talking about the realignment of points on the Hilton Grand Vacation side. I'll put a link to it up there, so if you're interested in that, you can check that out. And then it also goes on here to say, please note that these adjustments do not impact your existing membership, your existing reservations, your voting rights, access to Embarc Resorts, or your annual resort fees. We appreciate your understanding as we work towards our goal of integrating these fantastic club programs. Then there's a little bit more here. It says, on April 13th, an email was sent to all Embarc members sharing some exciting changes to your membership. We are happy to announce that starting today, HGV Max membership is now available to all Embarc members with a qualifying purchase. That little emphasis there, or non-emphasis there, was mine. Means you might own Embarc now, but guess what? You don't have HGV Max membership. They're essentially requiring you to go out and purchase more. Most likely a Hilton Grand Vacations deed. Maybe you can even do it through buying additional Embarc points, but it essentially requires you to make an additional purchase in order to get membership in HGV Max. They're doing the same thing over on the Hilton Grand Vacation side and even on Diamond Resorts. If you own Hilton Grand Vacations and you want Max membership, even if you purchased directly from the developer, well, guess what? In order to get Max, and that's the ability to make reservations at the 6-month mark in that HGV Max system, another link up there, well, you need to buy more from Hilton Grand Vacations. They got to pay for this big merger and all of the, I don't know, they just got to pay for the merger, I guess. So their strategy here is to use HGV Max kind of as a carrot on a stick to get members to buy more, whether it be from Diamond Resorts, which is now Hilton Vacation Club, or Hilton Grand Vacations, or now even Embarc. Now, this really doesn't change maybe the ability to book Embarc Resorts with HGV Max, because essentially these owners with Embarc Resorts, they have access to their resorts within their system. The only way that inventory and availability at these Embarc Resorts is going to be in HGV Max is one of two ways. I believe Hilton Grand Vacations, they own about 5 to 6% of unsold or reacquired inventory in the Embarc Resort system. So unless they're willing to put their inventory into HGV Max kind of for free, then really there won't be any inventory in there unless an Embarc member buys into with a qualifying purchase and gets access to HGV Max and then makes a reservation at the 6-month mark into whether it be a Hilton Vacation Club or a Hilton Grand Vacations Club property. Well, when they do that, then what they own at Embarc Resorts goes into that Max program, because it's essentially just an exchange company or exchange program. And then other owners and members within HGV Max can now go out and reserve that Embarc inventory that Embarc owner deposited in when they made that Max reservation. So you really kind of need a lot of Embarc owners going in and booking in Max, and means they have to spend a lot more money to become members of HGV Max. So I'm not really seeing this as anything that great. It's kind of just a new carrot on a stick to entice owners to buy Hilton Grand Vacations Club and say, hey, guess what? You buy Hilton Grand Vacations Club property, you can use those points to book Embarc Resorts. Fabulous resorts, mainly in North America, Mexico, Canada, and a few in the US. So consider, though, that it's not going to be as easy as you think, and it might even be close to impossible to reserve an Embarc Resort through HGV Max. So consider that before you go running out to buy points from Hilton Grand Vacations to get HGV Max access so you can reserve those Embarc Resorts. Really hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help out these videos. Definitely do appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you want to see more videos about timeshare, I will put another link here to another video about Embarc Resorts there. So go over, check that out. Appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. And remember, until next time, the best destination is always a timeshare.